struggling to find all the buttons over here, having a little tech disaster. Must be Mercury retrograde, as I've been told, by one of our rebels has been talking about how it's Mercury retrograde this week, which means we can blame all the tech issues on that.
Solar eclipse.
And the solar eclipse.
That is screwed
What does that
me.
mean, though? What does it mean?
The moon goes in front. The
Okay, I
moon.
know what eclipse is. What does it mean in terms of energy?
I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I just
don't know either.
told you that it's
I did
really
say this to our
basic.
said client, and she said, "Well, my ideal clients will know what this means." And I was just like, "Well, fine. I'll just live another day not knowing then." Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Rebellious Business Show. This is usually our quietest show in terms of participants of the month. Reason being, if anyone's watching this on replay going, didn't get the Zoom link this morning, we have a bit of trouble because this week is networking week. Tomorrow we've got our big networking event. We have a bit of trouble trying to make sure we don't over email you about all the stuff going on. So for some of you who normally come to the show, you'll have got the email about the network, about the networking event, but maybe not about the Zoom for the show. So anyway, apologies about that. We'll figure that out one day, how to get you all the links for everything, not over email you. It is a constant issue. We've got so many cool things going on.
We will not over egg the pudding. Do you know what's making me laugh?
What was making
I was thinking,
you laugh?
we were talking business right up until we went live. And do you know what? I was like, ever see those like outtakes where they're looking at like people doing shows and they're just talking, and then it's like 3, 2, 1, and today. And it's like that's what it really felt like. It felt like we're like talking right up to the very end, and then we're like, right, and today on the Rebellious Business Network, and then afterwards we need to get that Anchorman thing where he's like, they have that thing where they're like, I fucking hate you. No, you smell like dog breath. And they're like, ha ha ha. we were always nice to each other, but that's what it reminded me of.
Shall we do
I only have a notebook. I have my like digital notebook. It doesn't quite have the same impact.
Ow. Are we going to do a message from our sponsors, considering we broke his link last week? Is it even...
Yes, let's do a message from our sponsor.
Okay, before we do that, I just want to let anyone new here know that my name is Cordelia, and this here is the amazing Caroline, and you are watching the Rebellious Business Show. We are live every Wednesday at 10:30 to bring you insights, sometimes training, candid conversations, experts, rebellious souls who just want to tell their rebellious story, all kinds of rebellious entrepreneurship related topics happening on this show every Wednesday at 10:30. That's UK time. Today we're going to be talking about how to monetize a Facebook group. Basically, if you've got a free Facebook group community and you want to find out how to turn it into a paid one, or how to start monetizing it in the form of a membership, you come to the right place. We're going to be dropping some knowledge bombs on you about that today. But for now, we have a message from our sponsor.
Is that over to me?
Yes, my love, that's your cue.
Right. So we haven't quite got the adverts lined up yet. This is all very new for us. We've just started having sponsors for the Rebellious Business Show. But this week's Rebellious Business Show is sponsored by DJ Tutorials, that is owned by Mark Chu. DJ Tutorials teaches bedroom DJs, i.e. you're playing your mixes to your desk lamp and your teddies. He teaches you how to go from bedroom DJ to getting paid gigs in clubs. Now, this is not just about the skills required to like stand out as a DJ in a particular niche, or hone your DJing skills. It's also about visibility. How do you get seen? How do you make connections? How do you approach clubs? There's the whole business element as well to DJing. So if you are interested in potentially going from bedroom DJ to getting paid gigs within a short time frame, he has amazing experience with helping other DJs do that, and he also did that very successfully himself. Then go to search for DJ Tutorials, you'll find it all there. However, right now, DJ Tutorials, although maybe less so now, has the Dex Education Show every Tuesday at 1 p.m, where Mark Chu brings on experts from all different walks of life to interview and help give insights to his audience of DJs, basically, on different skills that can help you elevate your life and business. So this isn't just he's looking for guests, not just guests that are relevant to DJs, but guests that are relevant to life experience. If you can offer insights on health, wellness, finance, business, marketing, we're going to have to give you a different link because we accidentally broke Mark's link.
Here's what we're going to do. So Mark has had 100 people, 30 of those were because we made a mistake, but 70 of those have been applications to speak on his show. For that reason, his link is currently closed, just so he can catch up and go through the 100 people. He's also currently unwell. He's not very well at the moment, so sending healing energy to you, Mark. However, what I have dropped in the chat on Facebook and here on Zoom is the link to his business page. And if you are interested in speaking on his live show, then pop him a message instead of filling in the form and just tell him what you would like to speak about, what your expertise is in, why you think that would be relevant to DJs. And he will pick that up when he is back to work after this nasty cold that has taken
him. And also, go give him some love. Give him some likes, give him some follows. That's, you know what, I think that's the best thing we can do right now. Everyone just go and post, get well soon, Mark, we love you, on his Facebook. I would love him to be like, what is going on? I think, yeah, we should like wig him out a little bit. Everyone, if you can, go to DJ Tutorials, share some love, send him a message. That's what we'd like to do. And also we had a message, a comment in the chat from Alex saying, love the name DJ Tutorials with a T. It's actually DJ Tutorials, like Chewbacca, because his name is Mark. Like actually, his name is actually Mark Tew with a T.
His name is Mark Tew with a T, but his professional DJ name is DJ Chewy.
Like Chewbacca. So it's DJ Tutorials. But it could, yeah. So he dropped the T to drop another. Anyway, so DJ Tutorials with a CHEW. Yes, TORIALS. So yeah, go send him some love and healing energy for the solar eclipse madness that's happening.
And now for a sound effect to end this segment. The record scratch. I thought it would be really appropriate.
That wasn't what I was expecting.
Time for some rebellious news, Caroline. I have one item.
Oh, I've got just quickly. What? Oh, we go.
Oh, God, what?
Well, just because we ended the segment. However, we have a comment in the chat saying next week, the 16th, is marathon mindset on DJ Tutorials, how you bring your endurance game and keep your head in the game. So, guys, if you want to,
it might be Sarah on the show next week.
Oh, yes, I think it is. So we also did some extra promotion for Sarah.
Awesome.
Marathon mindset. So you go.
Right, I'll start again. Okay. Now, time for some rebellious news. We have our next networking event happening tomorrow. Currently got about 180 people registered. We normally get around 80 people on the call. How do you network with 80 people? Come and find out. It's a hell of a lot of fun. We play games. We've got games, we've got challenges. We use breakout rooms to set you little tasks and challenges and go figure things out together in little groups. So even though there's a lot of people on the call, you get nice and cozy with select people in breakout rooms, as well as be a part of the big group. Really upbeat, a lot of fun. You'll leave smiling, and not like your traditional networking events. There's no elevator pitches, no death by PowerPoint, and absolutely no awkward icebreaker introductions that leave you on the spot needing to pronounce what you do, how you do it, and why that changes the world. It's just very relaxed, very chilled out, and a lot of fun. So if you want to come and join our networking event tomorrow, it is at 1 p.m. UK time. Tomorrow, which is Thursday, the 11th of April, and I am going to get you a link to get registered because you need access to the Zoom link and the password to get in, because well, you know, that's how it works. So I'm going to grab you the link to that. I'm dropping that in the Facebook chat just now. Also drop me I'm there if you're already booked in and you're coming along to networking tomorrow. It's a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see everyone there.
There is chances to win prizes, aka a spotlight on across all our socials. So if you need some more visibility on your business, there's an opportunity to win a prize. And the way you win that prize is a prize in itself, because it's business buzzword bingo, which is just really fun to get involved with. So it's a win-win situation. You have a blast by playing bingo, and if you get the bingo thingamabob, then the technical term for it,
win
you
the
could
thingamabob.
you win the thingamabob. We're going to show you to our audience of thousands across various different platforms. So if you want that visibility on your business, well, you turn up as well, because you're going to be with like potentially 80 other people, and also you could win. So we'd love to see you at the Rebellious Business Networking event tomorrow.
Cool. Right. I think that's about all the news for now.
I like that. I think a 10-minute segment at the beginning is really good to just cover it.
Yeah.
We need to have a news round, a news round thing though.
Yeah, we need a proper like rebellious newspaper printed. That would be really fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, we do. All the ideas.
Prioritize that.
I think that's top priority. Judith says, I'm there. Lucy Fernandez says, I'm there. And
Woo!
Adam Brooker says, I have a dog called Chewbacca.
Nice. Awesome. Well,
great. We love this. John Whitwell, also on Facebook, on the Facybooks, says, I'm there. So that's amazing.
We've got 3 people coming. That's great. Three's a good,
yeah.
Three is a good number.
Well, it's very intimate. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so Cordelia, do you want to start talking about what we're talking about, or shall I take it? What do you want to do?
You go.
So, as promised in the emails and on the posts, we are going to be talking about Facebook, well, not just Facebook groups, like communities, how you take your community to the next level. Doesn't matter if you haven't got a community, it's really good to understand the whole like process and to understand like what all these steps are anyway, because if perhaps one day you would like to have a paid community, or you see yourself being the leader of a really cool tribe that you can leverage and you can have customers from and just grow like a cool tribe of your own on a outside of a free group perhaps, then this is for you. So, but specifically we're talking to anyone who has a Facebook group or is in the process of growing a Facebook group, and you're seeing this asset develop. You're seeing like, okay, this is amazing. I know one of our rebels specifically has been following our system and has now got 300 people in her Facebook group. And it's like, wow, that is amazing. Like probably beyond what she is expecting when she first started with us, but tip of the iceberg. What happens when you've got a community or you're growing a community? How do you take that to the next level? That is what we're talking about today on the Rebellious Business Show. And we're talking about it with none other than the expert on communities, because this is Cordelia, the founder of Rebellious Business, is actually also the founder of the Rebellious Business Network, which is a Facebook group of over 2,300. Are we there? Nearly
2,400 as of yesterday.
Oh, Lord.
I think around 70 odd new people joined in the last week. So numbers are rising quickly, which is really nice. Every time we look, it's gone up by another point of a K, which is nice.
Yeah, I've still got on my personal Instagram that I have 1,700 people in my in my community. Do you know what? Even on some of our landing pages, we're like, oh God, we've got to update this. We need to maybe have a dynamic.
Stop updating it and just say 2,000 plus now.
Yeah. When it gets to 2,500, we'll go 2,500 plus. Yes, because we're just growing too fast. So, I mean, we could potentially talk about that at some stage. Like, how do you get that rapid growth that we've been seeing? Definitely a lot more recently, but generally before you grew it to over 1,000 people anyway. But how, so anyone in the chat, have you got a Facebook group, or have you got a free community, or are you thinking about a free community? Let us know where you are with your free community, and amazing if you've even got a paid one. I'd love to know a bit of insight on where you are. Gemma says she's thinking about it.
She's thinking about it. Also, yeah, you don't need to like basically just tell us if you've already got a Facebook group. Say I've got a Facebook group, or I want a Facebook group, and just
Renata has 530 people. Sarah Jones Marathon Mindset has gone from 133 to 240 in 36 hours. That is amazing.
Yeah, that was a big win for her this week.
Amazing, love that. And Deb says she's starting from scratch. Adam, oh wow, we've got lots of people from across the board, from thinking about having a Facebook group all the way to quickly growing it, to having 500 plus members at the moment. So
Judith, Judith saying she had one with 150 people and then closed it down a few weeks ago I would love to know why, like what your reason for closing that down
yes, send
was.
them over. If they're relevant.
If they're rebellious.
No, not if you've got some like really like aggressive mean group, then we don't send them over. But
accidentally gathered a load of I can't think of the word I need.
Yeah, I can't think of anything.
Barbarians. Gathered barbarians by accident.
Yeah, is your Facebook group the Facebook Barbarians? Because if that's the case,
rebranded needed. The gentle humans on Facebook would be better brand.
Yeah, send them over. Send them over. I enjoyed that. So yeah, Judith, why did you? Yeah, so why did you close the Facebook group down? We're really interested to know.
And also, I'd love to know how many of you watching this are thinking of having a community and why you would like one. Like, what would be the reason why you would have a community? Ian said he wants one. He just needs a purpose or a reason to create one. I hear you. Yeah, cool. That makes sense.
Adam's got a paid Facebook community and a free Instagram community. I am intrigued. We want to talk about the paid element of a Facebook community, because we've thought about this before, but the logistics must be really challenging. So that's really cool. Ian Wilson wants one. Oh, you've already answered that. Haven't heard back from Judith at the moment. Maybe she's taking her time. Maybe we'll give her a chance. But what do you think is the biggest problem when, like, you've got your community, like, so when Rebellious Business Network, yes,
okay,
Rebellious Business Network, you're on your own, you've got no Caroline, Business Bandit has stolen you and has stolen me, gone, and also like 1,500 of the members, so you got 500 members in this Facebook group. Do you remember at what stage of your business, of Rebellious Business, you had 500 people in the Facebook group?
Yeah, it was like towards the end of 2020. Yeah, what's the question?
Well, I don't know why I chose 500, arbitrary. When did you decide to start launching a paid community, or at what stage?
I must have had about 1,000 in the group at the time, and it was to create kind of a way in which I could give more exclusive content and more exclusive benefits to the people who were really showing up and really engaging and really kind of like pillar members of the community. So there was this, rule before that anybody could promote themselves in the Rebellious Business Network, and we were getting to the point where it's like, actually that's going to become a problem the more people we have. Like, I always knew that because our posting purpose in the Rebellious Business Network is promote yourself, I always knew that there would be a stage at which we'd kind of need to cap that and put a bit more, tighten that up a little bit, so it didn't become one of those Facebook groups where people were just spamming us with, sales promotions and reducing the quality of the group. Whilst it was small, it wasn't an issue. Great culture. People were more cautious about posting about themselves and their business in the group than they were just really doing it. But of course, as you get bigger, you've got more and more kind of colder people that don't know you, and then you're open to kind of more of the spammy types of Facebook group goers. And so I knew that at some point that would need moderation. It was kind of a way to moderate the promotion, was that, okay, well, now actually promoting in the Rebellious Business Network Facebook group is going to be a privilege for someone that is in the club membership. So we had the Facebook group, and then we had the club membership, which was like a second tier. And yeah, that was why I did it. And then created, resources and things that would help them outside of just that. It wasn't just the promotion pass, it was also the promotion pass and a big vault of training, and also a WhatsApp group, and a couple of extra bits and pieces that would give a little bit more access to us and a little bit more access to our content as well.
The main takeaways is, you let it grow to 1,000 people firstly. Do you think that was a good number or a small number? About right?
No, it's about
maybe
right.
Done it for?
Yeah, it's a good number. I mean, yeah, and especially for the reason why we made that change. Yeah, it was a good number. Also for conversion rates, if you're going to convert your group at 10%, You got 1,000, or you get 100 into the community, would add on to that. So
Do
yeah,
you think 50 would be enough? Like if you're going to convert 10%? Yeah, see, that's why I kind of went at 500. Not that it's necessarily the right thing, but I was like, if you're going to convert 10%, 50 is kind of a good community. But regardless, nice chunk of people in your community. The thing I also picked up is that you said that there was a value in having a paid community. It wasn't like, oh, now I get to like cha-ching, cash in on this great community that I've created. It was more a case of there's a value in exclusivity for my community. Have I got that right?
Yeah, there's lots of pros and cons, you know, and lots of benefits to having that paid version of your community. To start off with, you kind of you it filters through and shows you who your warmest, most committed community members are, right? Because if someone's willing to kind of pay to go a step further within that community, then they're showing you a sign that actually that they're really into this community and they're really a part of it. And actually, quite interestingly, it wasn't solely the people I expected. There were some people that came out of the woodwork when we did that. It's like, okay, I haven't seen you around that much, but you're kind of passively involved. So that was quite cool.
You know, there's, do we call them the lurkers, or is that too mean?
The lurkers, yeah, the lurkers.
Yeah, yeah, the lurkers.
I
The
would
people
never
that
call
are
someone
following.
individually a lurker, but as a group of people, you know, you got to love the lurkers. They are contributing to the growth of everything by just watching your content. They're absorbing it, it's supporting them, it's helping them. They're just not loud in their engagement method. You know, they don't comment and like on everything. Really, you only need a handful of people to be doing that anyway. You don't need everybody in the group to be liking, commenting on everything. You need people to be watching stuff, and you need some comments and likes and involvement, but it doesn't need to be everyone. You could have 10 people who are actively doing that in your community out of 1,000, and it would feel like a community. Would feel like there was lots of engagement happening. So
I really want to snip it. I want Jennifer or someone to remind me. I want to snip it and a post going out saying you've got to love the lurkers. The lurkers. You need you guys. I think this is a good point to like stop break. If you've got, for instance, we had one person in the chat say that have over 500 people. That's Renata. Over 500 people in the group. A lot of people talk about how their Facebook group is not engaged. Like, how do I get people to engage? Or just because they don't like or follow or comment or whatever, that they're active, doesn't mean that they are not paying attention, right? That is a really important thing. Like, I'm always amazed. So for instance, I've had 2 calls with people this week and they've both said, I loved you on the show. I'm like, I have never come across your name before. And they're talking about how they've been watching the show or tuning in. And it's like, oh, wow, okay. Like, you just cannot fathom the reach you're having. So just if anyone's like feeling like a bit downhearted, or, you know, not getting that engagement from your group, like, just know, firstly, you need a strong posting purpose, another topic. But secondly, they are watching, which is intimidating for some, but they're watching.
It's like
We've got
Santa song, isn't it? He knows when you are sleeping. He knows when you're awake.
Yeah. Yeah, my mum really really freaked out by Santa when she was younger. She didn't like the thought of him, and she never ever told us about. She kind of like made him less
Don't do any
intimidating.
spoilers by accident, just in case we've got little ears.
Oh, true, true.
Illegal to
Yes.
do Santa's thingies. Anyway, move on
Yes.
quickly.
Yes. Yes. Okay.
Another point I want to make on this about having 1,000 people coming into the group. Like, one of the benefits of that is that, yes, it filters out your warmer prospects and identifies them to you, which, by the way, is a really great opportunity to include in that membership upsell, like a one-to-one with you as well, because maybe they'd be a good fit for working with you on one of your programs. And it'd be good, especially if they've been a bit of a lurker until this point, is to actually jump on a call and get to know them a little bit and start building that relationship on a one-to-one basis. But the second thing is that it also creates more of a commitment from your members. So then, you know, you might be running this free community and putting all this free content in, but once someone's paying for that content, then they're more likely to actually watch it, which means that, you know, that is going to have a significant impact. If they're actually watching and taking part in your content, it's going to have a significant impact on your conversion rate anyway, in terms of people becoming clients, because they're engaging. and they're more likely to because that commitment is there. So yeah, we had this massive vault, which was like, it was like 170 odd videos. And I'm not suggesting that people got through that, but they really valued that as a kind of vault of trainings that they were actively paying to access, and therefore would carve time out to go watch them, rather than just, you know, webinar replays that were in your email inbox or in a free Facebook group. There's just a less perceived, there's a lower perceived value to those, and you might watch them if you've got time. But when you're paying for them, you're more likely to watch them. And so that increase in engagement from members is really valuable as well.
Because there's two questions I've there's two questions.
Go.
There's two questions I really want to get through today, because they've just come. So firstly, we're going to talk about how do you create the community? So like, secondly, how do you get people into a paid community? These are two things I think would be really great to address on this show, like as we're going through this.
Yeah, and I think what would be really cool is just to highlight that there are so many ways to do this. There are loads of ways to launch a membership. I think, like, you know, starting with a free group is really good, because then you've got this audience that you can launch your community to. Without that, you're kind of starting from small numbers, slim pickings. I would say there's two kind of main ways. Number one is you can transform your free group into a paid group. And number two is you can create a community bolt-on. Those are kind of like two main ways to do it. So a community bolt-on is kind of like an inner circle within the community, or a membership added onto the community. It's like a second tier, like an upgrade option. So they come into the free community and they can upgrade to this paid tier. Or taking your existing Facebook group and just basically now going, okay, everyone in here was in here free, they get free access, but now we're going to start charging for new people to come in. Personally, the second way, I think, in terms of turning your free Facebook group into a paid one, is a colossal admin nightmare. Like, just, especially if we're talking about this at scale, like having hundreds of members that you need to monitor who's come in, who's left, who's paying, who's stopped paying. You're marrying up Stripe names to Facebook names. You've got two Sarah Smiths. You don't know which one's which. You know, there's no emails on Facebook. It's just a colossal admin nightmare. Even if you've got some third-party software that can manage like Facebook accounts and Facebook emails and marry them up, people have like 5 or 6 different email addresses. And so that's the reason why we've never done that, is just because I just know that it's just so much manual admin that, number one, I'm not prepared to do myself, and number two, I don't really see the value in outsourcing when there is another way to do it. So that is a method, and lots of people have paid Facebook groups. But I think the other thing is we go onto Facebook and we kind of expect most groups to be free. So we have this free kind of expectation, and you have to funnel people through a sales page and then into the Facebook group. So you've got to get people to the sales page, which, you know, you can do organically, but if you want to get a lot of members in, you're going to have to do that with paid ads. So it also is a bit kind of an advanced sort of strategy that requires a lot of admin. Personally, it's just not my favorite way of doing it.
I'm only intrigued, just quickly, because we do have someone in the audience who has a paid Facebook community. Adam, I'd love it if you could just give us like a little should we bring him out? Can we ask him some questions?
Wants to come out. We won't throw him
Adam, do you want some attention?
If you want to come out.
I think he did a little, which I think means that we can just bring him out. Yeah, thumbs up. We've got a thumbs up. Okay, let's pick your brain for a minute. And also, just quickly, in the chat, we've got some nice things going on. We've got Nicola Howard saying morning with a capital M and O, saying missed you all. Alex is back, which is great. And also Nicola also says it's against Facebook T&C, is it not? You can't sell Facebook group as the group itself, although you can offer it as a bonus to your paid offering. Maybe we're exposing Adam right now. Get him off the spotlight.
Illegal.
Apparently. Yeah, so that's interesting. So
I think there's ways around that. There's ways. I mean, we have had paid communities in Facebook groups, but like, it's the community that goes alongside the course, you know. So there are ways around that. I don't see how Facebook would be able to. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. But Nicola, I mean, it's a good point. You pose a good point. Hey, Adam, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. How you doing?
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Caroline, what did you want to ask Adam?
Well, have you got any response to what we were just talking about in terms of the having a paid group being a colossal admin task?
It's not a huge task. I mean, one of the reasons I don't have a free group is because I think that would be a bigger task because that's going to attract a lot more members, whereas the paid group is kind of, it's part of my coaching program. It just creates a community. So it's quite a small group.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's not huge, so it doesn't take too much time.
Yeah. So we've done that, and actually, a couple of years ago, transitioned from having Facebook group community to support courses, because I think it's super important to have a community to support your course. And actually, that's probably another show episode that we need to do, is how do you create a community to go with your course so that you have better member retention, you have like better member retention, better customer experience, and also just basically create something that's really high value as a multi-dimensional product and not just a course. So that is definitely a really important topic. What we're talking about here, though, is like low ticket memberships. So not the community that accompanies a course. It would be like a low ticket membership, which would, in order to kind of, a bit like basically taking the Rebellious Business Network, which has 2,400 members in it, and either turning that into a paid community or going, right, let's add a community bolt on. And that would be a kind of low ticket tier, which would also be a kind of stepping stone into working with your new coaching program. So it becomes that front end lower tier kind of product, which isn't always the best thing to start with. Like, we need a lead magnet to get people on our list, which is what free communities are really great at. But then actually, having I would always go free community and high ticket coaching product. As high ticket coaching product is more stable, launching group coaching products. As both of those are stable, then going, right, now what can I do that's going to bring me a bit more passive or monthly recurring revenue, so I can get out of that feast and famine that results from doing a launch, getting a load of clients in on a live course, so the course finishing, needing more clients, or like, this strategy brought a load of clients, now I need another strategy to bring a load of clients. So we can start kind of bridging the gap between those peaks, or raising the floor between those peaks. So we've got this monthly recurring revenue to lean on. And I think it's one of the biggest issues with coaching is that it's very difficult to scale without a huge team, or without a huge team, or without basically it's just very difficult to scale, because you've got a high churn. You might have a 3-month or a 6-month coaching program, but you've got high churn, which means you're going to reach that peak wherever it is, and depending on how many people you're getting in, how many you can manage, etc., unless you go, right, we're going to start hiring coaches, and then you've got a massive spend on team and payroll and a huge management thing, and now you're stepping away from coaching and more into like team management and being a CEO, which is a different job role altogether. So in another kind of way to scale things is to then go, right, well, what can I do that is less sort of one-to-one time for money work, and scale that up instead. And if you've got this free community with a lot of people in, then it's just a monetizing that can be a really nice revenue stream, and it's sort of how to do that.
I just want to chime in and thank Adam, because we do want to move past this. I would kind of say, well, firstly, well done in having a community bolted onto a coaching program. Like I said, it's so good to provide that as a value. I would argue, however, it's a free community that you get as part of a high ticket package. So in essence, we're kind of talking about turning a free community into just the value of the community itself, into a paid community or transitioning. But thank you so much for giving us your insight on that and bringing that value to anyone who is doing any kind of coaching in our audience, who is like, how do I retain my clients? How do I give them more value that's a bit more manageable? It's an amazing resource to give them a community alongside your package. I can't advise it more. So thank you so much, Adam. It's lovely to have you come out as a little guest appearance.
Really good that you did as well, because I think it made sure that we were clearing up that, and that there is a big differentiation between those two things. So thank you very much, Adam.
Thank you.
Cool beans.
Did you want to go further? Any more to add? Well,
so much to add, but trying to contain it really.
okay, tell me about platforms. So
Well,
you've gone, okay, no, you can.
Yeah, platforms is a really important thing. So, well, when that really important to just reiterate that there are two very separate types of community that we're talking about here. One that we were talking about with Adam is about a community to support a program that you are already selling. This is a self-contained membership that will be either a bolt-on or transitioning your Facebook group. When it comes to platforms, I really think, and if we are talking about like creating a bolt-on to your existing Facebook community, right? So you've got a Facebook community, maybe there's 500 people in there, and you go, right, I want to start creating something for people within this that is a paid offering, but isn't working with me. It's just like a membership of some kind. You need to have that membership housed somewhere other than the Facebook group, obviously, because there isn't a way within a Facebook group to make some things exclusive to some people. Like everybody in the Facebook group has access to everything within the Facebook group. So you can't create tiers within a Facebook group in that way. So what you need to do is you need to either open a second Facebook group, which I recommend against. Is that even a phrase? Which I recommend you don't. You need to open a second Facebook group, or you need a platform or something somewhere. And that could be a number of things. It could be a Discord channel. It could be a WhatsApp group. It could be Mighty Networks. It could be school. It could be, a membership site. The thing that's really important here when you pick a membership site is like knowing or looking for a membership site that is going to be conducive to actually creating a community. We spoke a minute ago about how we used to have our community platform on Facebook for our clients that were going through our program. And that was great. We had this, you think the Rebellious Business Network Facebook group is a great community. Wait until you step into the Rebellious Entrepreneurs Academy. Like that is tight. It's such an awesome community in there.
We need a link.
I broke it. Like I freaking broke it. And the reason why I broke it is because I saw this shiny object over here, which was Mighty Networks. I was like, oh, there's software that was developed to create a community alongside a program where people can get in the DMs and chat to each other, and we can have live streams, and we can have a feed like there is in Facebook, and all the things that combined the Facebook group and the WhatsApp group into one place with all of the training and materials and everything at the same time. I was like, this is fantastic. This is going to be great. And so I made the transition, and it was a colossal transition because, we had about 50 active clients that all needed to be transitioned into Mighty Networks. I had to train them on how to use Mighty Networks. We had to create a new onboarding process. We had to move hundreds of hours of content from Teachable into Mighty Networks. And everything went really well, except for one thing. The community died. Like it literally died. I was like, first few weeks, I was like, it's fine. Everyone's just needs to get used to it. They're going to settle into this new community platform. They're going to get used to it. It's going to be fine. Like, 6 weeks goes past. I'm like, okay, like I'm getting a bit worried now because like it's really quiet. There are tumbleweeds. There is nothing happening. No one is having conversations, and I tried creating various pockets within Mighty Networks where people could communicate. We tried doing all kinds of things. And it was like 5 o'clock in the morning one day, and I was laid in bed and I was like, I need to do something about this. This is really upsetting me. Like, I've got to do something about this. Our community is dead. And I woke up 6 a.m., put together a WhatsApp group, invited all the clients back into the WhatsApp group. I would say within 24 hours, it was more like within an hour, the community was back. My lesson from that is that if you want to build an actual community that is thriving, that people are chatting on, people are commenting on, you need either a destination site that's really rewarding and really engaging and gets them coming back and creates this buzz. Mighty Networks, it's so difficult to create that on Mighty Networks. Really difficult. Real shame because it's got the potential. but it's too disjointed. People just don't feel like they're a part of the community. They've got to go click on that and click on that and click on that and click on that to get into the group chat. And it just didn't work. It was too much effort for them to just get involved. Whereas WhatsApp, it's just on their phone. It's part of your daily life to check WhatsApp. You know, we're getting messages, we're getting notifications. WhatsApp is a normal thing. Same with Facebook. And also same with Instagram, same with LinkedIn. These are sites that are part of our daily rhythm and routine if we use them regularly. And Facebook has the highest number of returning people back to the platform out of all social media channels. And it's also the only place that really has good community building tools. Like WhatsApp's not perfect on its own for community building because the feed just gets overwhelmed. You've got one thread, you know, you can't categorize things, or, you know, it's very challenging. And plus you can have a maximum of 250 people in a WhatsApp group. So if you're looking to scale out a membership, it's not ideal. Mighty Networks isn't ideal because it's dead in there. It really doesn't create that. It's a destination site, essentially. If you think of it like this, restaurants, right? In the restauranting world, I can't believe I just said that. In the restaurant world, there are that, you know, you'll be familiar if you've worked in hospitality of the term destination site. So you have a site that is on the high street, which gets lots of passing traffic, right? Or you can have a destination site, which people will specifically travel to because they want to eat at that restaurant. They want to go there because they love the food, or there's been a recommendation, and they'll go out of their way, out of their usual route to this destination site. Now, you've got to be a pretty bloody good restaurant with a great reputation and some decent food to have a lot of traffic in that restaurant and have consistent customers in that restaurant. Otherwise, it's not going to work. You need marketing, you need word of mouth, you need all these things working for you. And it's the same with running a community. If you want to have your community on a destination site, you better have good SEO. You better have great marketing budget for Facebook ads. You better have a really good strategy for keeping people logging back in again so it becomes a habit. And you've got to have really good member interaction inside and all those kind of things. Now, there is a new platform that's come out, which I am really interested and hopeful in, that it solves this problem that Facebook and WhatsApp seem to be the two main places that you can really create a community that are mainstream. A lot of people don't know how to use Discord and things. It's an alien thing to a lot of our rebellious community. They'd have to go download it, you know. It's like, it's a new thing. But School is something that's currently going viral and is possibly the next thing for running communities. And we've actually got a client at the moment, we're building out a School community together, because she wants to have a free community and then transition it into a paid one. And it could be the place to do that, but I'm going to park that for now.
Let's park that for now, because we've got lots of comments, which I think are really cool to talk about. And that's like a lot of information and so valuable. So summary of that, get to in a second. But what we've got in the WhatsApp, in the chat, is really lovely. I did share a link for you guys to check out Rebellious Entrepreneurs Academy if you are interested in knowing more about our community. We have Alex, who commented saying, I second that. She said Rebellious Business Academy is ace. It's actually Rebellious Entrepreneurs Academy, but we understand why that
you
would
should
be,
change it though to Rebellious Business
but
Academy.
then it'd be rubber. It wouldn't be Ria anymore. So we've got some more logistical problems. But anyway, so rubber, or Ria, is ace. Join everyone if you are not there yet. She also said, I love the WhatsApp group, and which is exactly it. John shared on Zoom in our live audience that you've got to use a platform that people are already using, reiterating your point. And Nicola shared that it's the lack of conversation why, although she wants to leave Facebook, it's a bit scary when how to go elsewhere. Reiterating, like, you know, if you move your platform from Facebook, where it's engaged and where people are connecting, to another one, you're risking your business a little bit.
I have the solution, by the way. I have the
you
solution.
have the solution.
Ready.
Teaser. Yeah. We said that we share it another time. I don't know. Is it where
we need to share it today? 100%.
Where? So let's just clarify on platforms, okay? So like a few really key points is the biggest issue with jumping from a free group on Facebook to a platform is that you're uprooting a community. Let's say we're doing a bolt-on community, not moving a community. We're just doing a bolt-on community. or, you know, is part of your coaching program, perhaps. The issue you're going to have is changing a routine in someone's life where they're now going to use another app specifically for your coaching. Like if then they've already got WhatsApp, we do get pushback from people on Facebook, but a lot of people will resign themselves to using Facebook because of all the other benefits. Like I got that when I first started my group. People are like, I don't use Facebook. Well, you can, but you get them go, oh, fine. And they'll use it continuously and they'll be engaged on it. Whereas it's very hard to get that like immediate engagement and like an interest in the platform if it's a brand new platform. So very, very hard to keep that engagement high. That's why WhatsApp as a supplement to your coaching resources. So we've got this platform which has got, we still use Mighty Networks for trainings, for events, our calendar, for like even like we've got feedback, exactly, direct messaging. Like we've got a lot of options. Like it's almost like it's our portal, but the community happens on the WhatsApp group. And as Alex said, she absolutely loves it. And she loves Rebellious Entrepreneurs Academy. And she said she has to go, but she will see you in WhatsApp. So
I love it.
Have we got any other comments?
Yeah, so here's the thing, right? So we need to round this up and actually give an answer to that as a question.
Yeah.
Like, how do you do it then? You know?
Yes.
So you could open a second Facebook group, and you could have that second Facebook group as the kind of paid version. The club is a way of doing it. So we have the Rebellious Business Network, and then we might have the Rebellious Business Club, which is the bolt-on. It's like the next tier up. So you could do it that way. But it depends on what resources you want to put in your membership. So my first step would be map out the membership. Like what are they going to get as part of that upgrade? Yeah. What's going to be in it? So that actually there's three things I look at. What's the purpose of the upgrade? What are the contents of the upgrade? So what's in it? You know, are you going to have trainings? Are you going to have edited versions of the trainings you've already been doing inside the Facebook group anyway? Are you going to have Zoom calls, gatherings, tarot readings, journaling sessions, meditation? Like what's the contents of the membership going to be? It doesn't need to be a course. You're not taking people from A to Z. You're providing them with benefits. You're providing them with more access. You're providing them with perks. Yeah, that's how you look at it. So it can be a bundle of perks that they get. Doesn't have to be a course, or it could be that they get access to some of your courses bundled up together. But you've got to sit and map that out and think about it. So then what I would do is go, right, well, if it's the key thing here is that if I'm putting like content together for them to watch in the form of a course or bundles of recordings or whatever that looks like, you need to have somewhere that they can go through that. And I would suggest not to put that in a Facebook group, because you can create guides in a Facebook group and whatever, but they don't really work well in mobile mode. It's all a bit janky. It doesn't have a high perceived value in terms of it being on a shiny platform that feels like it's worth the money that you're paying to be a part of that membership. It just, for me, feels a little bit cheap and a little bit ropey for a paid community. So my way of doing this would be, I've got bolt on, I'm going to put all the content somewhere, and I'm going to have a WhatsApp group for those people. Yeah. So that the contents could be, I don't really recommend Mighty Networks. If you're just starting out, it's very complicated. They overdo stuff. It is getting better. There are new releases coming out where they're making changes, which are like, you know, obvious things that should have been in place from the start. But it's quite a complicated beast to get into if you're not feeling very tech savvy. An easier option would be get Podia or Teachable for all your contents, and then have a WhatsApp group to connect people with, or go in a free and janky Facebook group for the paid thing, for the paid version. I personally prefer to have course platforms such as Teachable or Podia or Kartra or Kajabi or Mighty Networks, something like that you can then put all your contents in and organize it for people in terms of the resources and stuff that you're having, recordings of any live calls that you do in a really nice place. And then you need to supplement that with a WhatsApp group, because if you don't, what will happen is you've just got basically a community that's free on Facebook and then a dead community over here, right? So and that, if you have a WhatsApp group, it's also a really good way to do it, because the people that are WhatsApping, it almost feels like it's more intimate than chatting in a Facebook group. It's much more intimate because we're in each other's phones and we've got each other's phone numbers, and it's this intimate group, versus, you know, just being in a Facebook group chatting. So you actually, as an upgrade to that free community, you're creating this kind of tighter circle of people that are in a closer community because they're chatting on WhatsApp together. And there are, of course, some things that you need to do to prevent the WhatsApp group being wild, and also keep the engagement up in the WhatsApp group so it doesn't die. You know, that is stuff I'm not going to cover today because it is getting a bit specific and nitty gritty, but that is how I would do it. There was another point that I had on this, and I can't remember what the bloody hell it is. Nope, it's gone.
We've got so many. We've got loads of comments. I've been catching up with them in the chat. It's just a lot of support, a lot of saying that they love it. The thing that I'm picking up is a lot to do with the business owners that we've got in our audience so far that already have an existing platform. Like I said before, they are struggling with the thought of moving that over. I'm also, yeah, I think that's kind of like what we've really covered is the best ways to, well, there's lots of different ways. Has there any other questions from anyone else in the chat? I mean, we've only got 9 minutes left to go.
That's a good amount of time for Q&A. Whilst you're typing your questions, what I will say is this. Number one, define what the purpose of the upgrade is going to be, map out the contents, and then what we need to do next is we need to essentially determine like where that platform is going to be once you know the contents. So if you were like, okay, well, the contents is going to be course materials, great. You need some course software. And then we've got to think about member interaction. Okay, so if we have course software, what we can do about member interaction? What level of support am I going to provide in there? Are there going to be any live calls? And how am I going to allow people to chat with each other? And a WhatsApp group is great. And I've just remembered the point I wanted to add on here. You do not need to give people your private telephone number to start creating WhatsApp groups for your business. Get a second SIM card, set it up, and then download the WhatsApp business app. You can have the WhatsApp business app and the WhatsApp personal app both on your phone. And the WhatsApp personal has got your personal number attached to it. The WhatsApp business app can have your second SIM card number attached to it that you then have, you know, WhatsApp groups for clients in, so that you're not blurring the lines. You know, you're not late night texting with your boyfriend, but then or your girlfriend, and then you've got like client messages coming in. We don't want that. Like, separate it out so you've got two numbers on one phone. And I like to have on the business WhatsApp, I don't have any notifications turned on for that, because I can't ignore someone in need if they messaged me. But if I don't know that they've messaged me, then you know, I don't know. But if I've got notifications turned on, I'll be like 2 o'clock in the morning wanting to solve someone's business quandary. I'll be, you know, I can't leave someone out at sea. So for my own boundaries, I have to do that. But that's a really good way of managing that. But yeah, so planning out your community, and then you've got to come up with, okay, well, how am I going to launch this? And you will launch it into your free community by telling everybody that it's coming, and then the doors are open, and then you send people to the sales page to come and be a founding member on a cheaper price, get those founding members in, and then, you know, you've now got a membership.
I think it's really important to just sort of like bring back into a values part of this. Like Cordelia has alluded to, that if she didn't have notifications, if she had notifications turned on, she is going to be forever in her business WhatsApp answering people's business quandaries at silly o'clock in the morning. Now, we have clients internationally. And I had a client on a call yesterday, and she said, oh, I wanted to text you last night at 7 p.m, but I thought it was too late. I was like, listen, it's my business number. You text me at any time of day, whenever you want. Like that, I will check that in my hours that I set. But I think the reason I draw it to this point is that we are very, very much concentrating on the needs of our audience, to the point where, you know, those boundaries are important. And ultimately, whatever it is that you decide, like if you decide a platform, if you decide to stay on Facebook or use it as however you decide it, what ultimately you have to do is put your community needs as a very, very high priority for the community. I mean, I don't mean necessarily above your own needs, but I mean like your community will not grow, it will not thrive, they will not really be loyal to you, which is, you know, that's a benefit for you if you don't make the place the best place for them. So you have to be mindful about the platform. We know our audience use WhatsApp. We want them to engage and connect with each other. We're not going, oh, what's the best way that we can sneak in promotions to them, or you know, get validation or whatever it is. We're going, they are there. That's what they need. That's what makes that community thrive. So ultimately, you really have to put the value of your community very, very high. Just gonna let Alexis in for the last 5 minutes. So yeah, I kind of want to just like pull back on values a bit. We're very, very much community focused and customer service focused. Very, very much. We really, really care about supporting our clients. And I think that is one of the reasons why we have had success with a free community and a paid community as well. We've had 2 paid communities, actually. I wasn't there for the genesis of the Rebellious Business Club. However, Rebellious Entrepreneurs Academy is a flipping riot. We are amazed. It's going so, so well. And it's because the community is great. It's because we really care about it. We put so much effort and thought into it, very, very considerate about it. And I think our members really feel cared for, and they feel like this community has a lot of effort put into it. So ultimately, there's going to be some other people that are like, everything you have just said on this show is wrong, because I've done all the other things opposite and I've got this thriving community. And it's probably going to be down to the ethos, the values, and their consideration for their clients. Like, there's so many ways to skin a cat. We're trying to get rid of these.
There's so many ways to
paint a room. It's not really
ways to cook a chicken.
Is that a dead animal still? But okay, well, we're close. We're basically, guys, this is a running joke. We keep saying metaphors that are very aggressive to animals, aka skin a cat and 2 birds with 1 stone. We're trying to come up with new ones. Ultimately, there's so many ways that you can achieve the same outcome. That's it. That, you know, we're giving you all of the insights that we have seen and we have proven, but it's going to fall flat if you don't care about your community and you're not willing to think about what your community needs.
I'm
Nicola
still thinking
says,
of examples in my head of how to rephrase that.
Say that again.
So many roads to Romania.
Yeah. There's lots of ways to. Oh, this is okay. Anyway,
I know. I'm sorry. I find it so amusing.
I was just saying, there's lots of ways to peel an orange. No, it's not. It's not. It's not.
Oh, potentially, but I mean, we're limited.
Stu says there's lots of ways to eat potatoes.
That's true. I like that.
Yeah, there's lots of ways you can cook a potato. No, because they end up with different outcomes. Oh yeah, I suppose this is like, how do you cook a potato? Well, there's any kind of instructions we can give. Lots of ways to cook a potato and eat them. And Nicola says there are technically only 2 ways to skin things.
Oh no, why did you read that out?
Sorry, I didn't read it to the end. Sorry, I take that back. Anyway, no more comments, no more questions, but we've had some goodbyes. I've got to go, and good mornings, and it's been a blast. It's been absolutely lovely. If you're watching over on Facebook in the live, drop us any questions. We've got a few more. We've got a minute left, and there's people there. And if anyone's in the chat wants to share any last thoughts or remarks, now, speak now, or see you next week.
Forever hold your peace.
Forever hold your peace. Any last words, Cordelia?
Just a reminder that we're networking tomorrow, 1 p.m. UK time.
Oh, yes.
Come and join us. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have already dropped the link in the chats.
I'm going to share it again.
Go and share it again. Fantastic. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. Tomorrow's networking event. They're always an absolute hoot. And we've got something really fun for you all as well that we will be announcing tomorrow. Little teaser. But yeah, so that's also fun and exciting, and I can't wait for it. So look, if you all don't mind, I'm going to go and do some prep for tomorrow, because I've got lots to do. I've got lots of plans, and I need to make sure that they're all executed wonderfully. And I've got Rebellious Entrepreneur Academy with you private coaching this afternoon, so I'm going to be doing that. And I've got a busy afternoon planned. But Caroline, thank you very much. It's been fun.
I have a really busy afternoon.
And Rebels.
Lots of thank yous. Also, final note, if you can, go and give DJ Tutorials a little look. Go check him out. He's cool. They do lots for DJs. That's our sponsor.
Actually really cool. He is
actually the best person.
I don't have favorite clients and favorite rebels. Can I say I've got favorite humans? Yeah, I think I can. He is an uncategorized human favorite, right? So I can't say I've got favorite child. That's a category. Favorite rebel. It's a category. Favorite friend is a category. Human. I feel like it's broad enough to have favorites. He is one of my favorite human beings. Like genuinely, such a bloody good egg. Really funny. Really fun to hang around with. Really fun.
Just kind.
Really kind. Really humble. Like gives so much. He's just an amazing father, an incredible partner. Like from what I can see, standing over here in Oxford, you know, but he's just amazing. I just love him to bits. He's one of my favorite human beings on the planet. And yeah, just wanted to tell you all that because why not?
So yeah, check out DJ Tutorials. Send him some love because he's not well. I'd really love for us to completely confuse the hell out of him and be like, just like we did where we blew up his links to join the show. He's like, what? Yeah, we're gonna have to pay to give him more. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, so go check out DJ Tutorials, send him some love, apply to be a speaker. And also, hopefully we'll see you on the Rebellious Business Network event tomorrow. I think that's a wrap.
See you there. That is a wrap. Lots of love to you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of our community. We love you and we will see you very soon. Take care.